If I pass this quiz, I get to spin the wheel of reward.
Okay, and what reward would you hope to win most out of all these things? You got $10, a new book, movie night, gel pens, $2, camping, spin again, Juju's house, Nana's house, friend over.
Gel pens or like Nana's house or Juju's house?
Okay.
Or camping.
Let's see if you can pass this quiz. You need 7 out of 10. Okay, what was Lee Strobel's job before he investigated Jesus? Well, Lee Strobel,
He was a professor.
How did you not get that right? All right, I'll give you a multiple choice question. A pastor, B, police officer, C, a journalist, or D, a scientist?
I don't really remember this part, but like most atheists are scientists, so I'm gonna go with scientist.
That's incorrect. He was a journalist, investigative journalist. Okay, but good. I like your reasoning.
I didn't even know like what a journalist meant.
Somebody who like
maybe if you like said like
listen, they write for like newspapers. They like do articles or stories about what's happening in the news. They go and investigate it. But also like an investigative journalist, they do even more investigating into like I think crimes and stuff like that. Let's go to question number 2. Why did Lee Strobel start investigating Jesus?
He wanted to prove them wrong.
Prove who? What?
The Christians.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
It took me a while.
All right, question number 3. What did Jesus claim about himself?
He's the one and only God's son.
What else?
He's God.
Exactly.
That's basically what I was saying.
I know. Okay. Question number 4. So far you have 2 out of 3 correct. Don't be too happy just yet. You still got a long ways to go. Question number 4. How do we know Jesus really died on the cross?
Shoot. Oh, like he really actually died and he was just
how you know he wasn't faking it?
Because the Romans were masters of torture and killing, and they probably had these techniques and stuff that he couldn't survive. And when they put him through the side, water came out.
When they speared him in the side, water came out?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
And that means they're...
That means you're dead?
Yeah. So...
Wow. Correct. Great job. 3 out of 4 so far. Question number 5. What was found at Jesus' tomb?
What was found? What do you call those things that they wrap him in?
Shroud, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think people call it a shroud. Like his clothes, basically. Like a robe.
Like, so it's...
You need to scroll.
Oh. So he was naked? Walking around?
Well, I think...
Or did he just... smooth clothes?
He might have stopped at the mall real quick and got some J's and some fresh...
Yeah, his clothes were left. Okay, his clothes were left.
But he had a glorified body, so in our glorified body, we probably don't need clothes, and we probably don't have private parts. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay, so you got that question. We'll give that to you as well. So 4 out of 5. Question number 6. Who saw Jesus after he came back to life? You don't have to have a name here.
I know Mary went too.
Yeah, that's a technical answer, but like in regards to like the book, when the book was talking about proof for Christianity and things like that, don't try to look at the page.
I'm not.
That's how you disqualify yourself from this whole
I'm
competition.
not trying to look at the screen.
Bro,
It's not.
it's not a hard question.
Like, so, I know exactly who you're talking about, but like, I don't know the name. I
You
think...
don't have that name. Just cool out. What was it?
The disciples.
The disciples? Is that it? I'm not looking for a specific answer.
The disciples?
As far as like, okay, as far as the evidence for Christianity goes, was it a little bit of people that seen him, or a lot of people seen him, just the disciples and Mary, or was it a bunch of people seen him, or just a couple people that could have, come up with a trick to trick everybody?
There was a lot of people.
Okay. You have any idea as to how many?
There was like... No, I did not.
That's okay. You got it right. The question is, the answer that we have here is many people, right? Right there. So you technically got it right. I just wanted to see how much you've been learning. Why can we trust the Bible?
Well, honestly, because they found Noah's Ark. They found sea sails on mountains.
Did they talk about that in that book, or that's something you learned with me on YouTube?
I believe so.
You believe what?
So that they talked it out.
I don't think we found Noah's Ark. Some people think we found Noah's Ark, but I don't know if we know that that's for sure. We found the proof for Noah's Ark. Okay, let me ask you the question again. Why can we trust the Bible?
Because there's other ancient writings that describe a man who's doing supernatural things. And that man is Jesus.
So are you saying other people, not just Christians?
Yeah, other people like that didn't even like Jesus, like they still wrote about him. Which is proof that he's real.
Well, what did they write about it?
How he was doing miracles, like turning water into wine.
And who are these people? People that didn't even like him, you said?
Yes.
And when did they write these things?
during Jesus' lifetime.
Oh, these were people who lived during Jesus' lifetime? So that's some pretty compelling evidence. Then it's not just the Bible. So what you're saying is it's not just the Bible and Christians that wrote about Jesus being a real person that existed, who did miracles and people followed, but people who didn't even like Jesus admitted and wrote about, historians from back during the time when Jesus wrote about Jesus. Is that right? That is some pretty good evidence for Jesus, right? But we want to know why we can trust the Bible.
Because what their teachings are, I mean, their writings is what, well, it's the Bible. Okay.
Just think about it.
How do we trust the Bible?
Think about the book and what the book talked about. I'll give you some multiple choice questions. A, it was written recently. B, it is based on eyewitness accounts. C, it has no history. D, it changes all the time.
It was written by eyewitnesses.
Correct. Okay, we'll give you that one. You gave us some really good information about Jesus and why he's a real historical figure, and also why we can trust the Bible. Okay, question number 8. What does the design of the world suggest?
What do you mean by that?
The way the world was designed, what does that suggest?
Like suggest, like, of a creator? Like,
exactly. You're actually right that there's a creator. The way the world is, I mean, I think the question kind of begs the answer. I didn't come up with this question, by the way. But yeah, the way that the world seems to be designed
by a creator
in such a way that it has everything that's necessary for us, as fragile as human life is, and as many things that we're dependent upon being specifically a specific amount of certain things like sunlight, water, air, and carbon dioxide,
I don't think explosion can make the Earth's covers.
Right. All right. So that's another correct question. Let's go to question number 9. Why were Jesus's followers willing to suffer?
For Jesus, like, we wanted to make it to heaven, like, well, so, oh yeah, they wanted to replace themselves with Jesus, right? What?
Nope. Why were they willing to suffer?
Like in the crucifixion?
The disciples.
So we're in the crucifixion with Jesus?
No, they didn't suffer at that point. They were running and hiding, scared.
They were willing to suffer.
Well, something happened.
Oh, because they were scared of being like tortured to death.
Okay, at first they ran and hid because they were scared of being tortured to death. But later, something happened that caused them not to be afraid anymore. And now they're willing to suffer. They're not running from suffering. Now they're willing to suffer. What happened after the crucifixion that gave the disciples a lot of bravery?
When Jesus came out the tomb?
Exactly. So we're not going to give you that one, but you eventually figured it out. But we're gonna count that one as a missed question. But you eventually figured it out. I don't want to be too easy on you though. So there's the last question. Question number 10. What is the main message of the book?
The like case for
what's
the case for a creator, basically, like proof that God is real.
Well, God is real?
Jesus.
Is this book proving that God is real, or is this book proving something a little more specific? It's one thing to talk about, is there a God that created the world, and another thing to talk about Jesus. Yeah.
So the case for Christ, which is Jesus. And think about that. So there's like evidence for Jesus.
Job, man, and guess what? Time it is now. It's time to spin the wheel. Let me get ready. All right. Well, look, what are you hoping to win?
Gel pens, man.
Gel pens. Out of all the stuff on here.
Gel pen. All right, Nana's house is Juju's house. Gel pens are camping.
All right, let's see what you win. Get a good spin. Okay, here we go. No, take close to the spinner. All right. Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, get it. I'll spin again. Oh, you got what you want. You got what you want.
Thank you, Jesus.
Bro. Congratulations, my son. And most importantly, man, you learn some good stuff that's probably going to help you whenever there's people who doubt Jesus. You can help them with that information, right?
Yeah.
Case for Christ for Kids.
Yeah, it's a very good book.